الله الرحمن الرحيم وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال ليس الشديد بالسرعة إنما الشديد الذي يملك نفسه عند الغضب متفق عليه. Hazrat Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that verily Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam is reported to have said that a strong person is not that person that overpowers his opponent by wrestling him. A strong person is verily that person that has control of himself at the time of anger. Normally a person, he loses himself at the time of anger, but a strong person is that person that is able to control his anger. Anger in itself is not an evil quality. Anger in itself is good also. Otherwise, a person that doesn't have no anger at all, then he is laughing all the time. Somebody is talking to his wife, he is flirting with his wife, and a person doesn't become angry at that time. So that is not a good quality. That is a time that a person should show his anger. Or for example, somebody is breaking the command of Allah wa ta'ala. That is an occasion where a person is supposed to show his anger. If a person doesn't have anger in him, he will not be able to make jihad on the battlefield. So there also anger is required. So this anger, the objective here is not to remove anger totally from a person. The mashayikh say, izala maqsood nahi. To remove the anger totally, that is not the objective here. What is the objective? Imala maqsood hai. Just to turn the anger. The anger is being used in the incorrect direction. Person is using it on his wife, his children, etc. That is not the correct place of using the anger. Yes, if they are breaking the laws of Allah wa ta'ala, that's a different issue. But that is not a place generally to use the anger. So just turn that anger now in the correct direction and use it in the correct direction, and a person will get reward for having that anger as well. وعن سليمان بن سرد رضي الله تعالى عنه قال كنت جالسا مع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ورجلان يستبان. Hazrat Sulaiman bin Surd radiallahu ta'ala says that I was sitting with Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam and two people started arguing. They began quarreling with one another. أحدهما قد احمر وجهه. One of the two of them, his face became red. وانتفخت أوداجه. And his veins had swelled up. فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, إني لأعلم كلمة لو قالها لذهب عنه ما يجد. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that verily I know of a kalima, I know of a word, that if he has to say this word, then the condition that he finds himself in, this condition would disappear. Meaning that anger that he's going through, that anger will disappear if he just has to say this one kalima. لو قال أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ذهب منه ما يجد. If he has to say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, then the condition that he finds, this condition will immediately subside, it will disappear. Meaning that anger will now subside. If a person, when he's angry, he just reads أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. This anger is actually from shaitan. And if a person reads أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, he seeks protection from shaitan, immediately that anger will move away. Or there are other prescriptions as well. A person is in a particular area with a group of people and they making him angry. So at that time he must walk away from that area. Don't remain in that area, go away somewhere else. When you cool down, then a person can come back. But a person should move away. Or a person should drink water. When he becomes angry, drink water. This is also, anger is from the fire of Jahannam. So this will cool a person down. Or a person that is standing, he must sit down. A person that is sitting, he must lie down. So by doing any of this, the anger of a person will subside. فَقَالُوا لَهُ, they told this person, إِنَّ النَّبِيَّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم قال, that verily Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, تَعَوَّذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ, that seek protection in Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala from shaitan, the accursed, meaning read أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وعن معاذ بن أنس رضي الله عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال, Hazrat Muaz bin Anas radiallahu ta'ala narrates that verily Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Man kadhama ghaydan wa huwa qadirun ala an yunfidhahu. That person that controls his anger, he swallows his anger, whilst he has the ability of venting his anger. He's got the full authority to vent it, but he controls that anger for the pleasure of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. دعاه الله سبحانه وتعالى على رؤوس الخلائق يوم القيامة. Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala will call him before the entire creation on the day of Qiyamah. حتى يخيره من الحور العين ما شاء. Until Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala will give him a choice of any of the hur-in that he desires. So by controlling a person's anger, particularly when a person has the ability of venting his anger, not when he cannot vent that anger, not when there's a senior before him, when he can vent that anger and he controls it for the pleasure of Allah, then Jannat, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala has in store, the hurs of Jannat are in store for such a person. We'll continue from there.